Greetings. My name is Malik Israel, and welcome to the Audacity of Truth podcast. In case you didn't know, it takes a great deal of audacity to discern between the truth and falsehood and express the same to you. If you will allow me, I will show you the difference between every deception and every truth that I know of.
Welcome to the Audacity of Truth podcast with our host Malik Israel. Please help out our podcast by following and sharing.
This is the introduction to the Audacity of Truth podcast entitled, In His Image, the Creation of Man in Genesis, Part 1. In the beginning, God spoke and caused man to come into existence. And I'm here to tell you, the truth of the creation of man has been hidden. And what if I told you the phrase, made in his image, holds a deeper, more powerful meaning than you've ever been taught? Was Adam the first man? Who is Adam? And has history been rewritten to keep you from knowing who and what Adam is and or what you truly are? Join me, Malik Israel, on the Audacity of Truth podcast as we unlock the mystery in his image, the creation of man in Genesis. The truth has always been there, but you haven't had someone to reveal it to you until now. Listen now. The answers are in the beginning. This has been a sample of the Audacity of Truth podcast show. You can find every podcast show of the Audacity of Truth on Spotify. Simply go to spotify.com. Use your email address, search under podcasts, then search for the Audacity of Truth podcast. We have better than 22 episodes available for you for free. So indulge, edify, enjoy, and follow.
The preceding has been a video podcast presentation of the Audacity of Truth podcast show hosted by Malik Israel. This is a multi-part episode. You should follow and subscribe to ensure you don't miss any future podcasts from the Audacity of Truth podcast show, exclusively on Spotify and YouTube.